We Let Him Get Away With It Part 2. I know everybody knows who this is, right?
Yeah, right. So this is Hulk. Everyone knows that.
That's right. And during the late 70s and the early 80s, the Incredible Hulk was smashing television screens all across the world.
But that's not what I want to talk about.
If you ask anybody that grew up with this show or fell in love with it afterwards, they're going to sit up here and tell you the Incredible Hulk did all these heroic, amazing things.
Wrong.
And they're probably going to become angry and unlikable if you try to tell them anything different. And it's probably going to blow your mind when you think about it, but he didn't do anything action-packed or heroic. Not a lot of action going on.
All he does is just throw stuff. That bear's out of here for good.
I mean, realistically, they could have named this show The Hulk's Temper Tantrums and been done with it.
Just throwing stuff everywhere. And he needs to clean up. Like, you're making a big mess.
So what I think is the Hulk needs to clean up sometimes instead of making a mess.
When you make a mess, you gotta clean up your room. And don't hurt people in wheelchairs.
We're going to dedicate this next portion to the Hulk cleaning up instead of making a mess.
It's clean up, it's clean up, it's time to clean up. It's time for Hulk to clean up now. He better fix his mess before his mother comes.
I could go on for days about how the Hulk does nothing in this show but break stuff. It's about time he cleaned up the place. But
that's not what I want to talk about.
There's also at least 50 different incidents where it is completely irrational or unreasonable for him to even turn into the Hulk. Like, for instance, in this scene, during these times, you had to have exact change for a payphone. For some reason, this is going to make him Hulk mad when he doesn't have enough change.
I don't have 25 cents!
That makes him sad.
Your favorite superhero gets mad because he doesn't have 25 cents.
That's weird.
And then there was this other time at band camp when the Hulk was stuck in traffic in New York City.
We'll get there when we get there, mister. I've got to be there by 5.
Why are you getting mad at that? That's just, you can be patient. You just bust that door open.
And since this is a PG show, we're definitely not going to talk about how his pants always stay the same size, even though the Hulk and Bruce Banner are completely different sizes.
What we are going to talk about.
Why did he always end up with shoes on? What manner of footwear is this? Somewhere in the transformation metamorphosis, he ends up with a sandal with a strap on it. And then in other times, it wasn't even a sandal. It turned into a whole penny loafer.
Everyone knows that the Hulk don't wear shoes.
Yet somehow we let him get away with it over and over again. Okay, this video is turning into a Hulk size. And we're going to have to save it for another day. About the time Hulk fought a Hulk that was even weirder than he was.
The weirdest Hulk ever.
But hey, we let him get away with it.
Go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel.